guys, welcome back to another cinema room makeover. This is the series where every single Thursday I'm uploading a video of me in this room and getting it made over and better for the future. A lot of people are really enjoying this now. We're on episode 4 of this already, which is mad. And we've got a lot to do. Although this week, probably not as much as we had in the last couple of weeks. There's no new shelving here yet. I've still got the 3 that we did last week over there yet to get. Was it going to be another 2 or 3 to go next to it? We're still looking, we're still hunting. And it's going to get to a point where I will just go to IKEA and buy them brand new. I'm not waiting for them to be on, on like Facebook Marketplace. But all in all, I need another 4 of those units. I'm not in desperate need for it. But what I am in desperate need for is to start tidying the room and start thinking about where things are going to go. You guys also massively helped me with the PlayStation 5 in terms of your feedback. Should it stay there or should I move it? And ultimately that decision has been made, of course. It is in the unit. But today we have another decision, and that is the record player. I want to be able to fit this into the room. And I actually just put it there as a solution for storage for now because I didn't know where else to put it. However, this could work. This could actually stay there. The cables would run down the side here. They could plug into the whole system and then it would work. But the record would have to be, there. I would also need, as you can see, another piece of wood. A record player is very important to keep level. So I would need to get a piece of wood, make it level and, and do that. So should I do that there? Obviously, look at my height. It is like up to just under my shoulder, really. So I could put a record in there. It is realistic, to be honest. It does flip up all the way, obviously, with the shelf above. I think this could work. So let me know your thoughts down below. Should the record player stay here or... well, there's no other option, really. If it doesn't go there, then it can't go anywhere else because I haven't got no other room in the room to put like another little unit. The other thought is to put a little table down here and get rid of this little bookcase, but this area is what I want to address today, to be honest. We have a lot of the stuff that was there from the weekend, of course, from Blu-ray hunting, but my biggest issue today is I've got a tub there, which obviously used to be in the shelf up there. And then I also have a bag of cables there, another bag full of cables. Those 2 boxes there with the PS1 in it, they need to be sorted. PS2's there, and cables and PlayStation games, which all need to go along the bottom down there. So as you can see, a bit of tidying is needed. I am also at the part of the month where the haul video needs to be filmed. So that's the haul for this month. So that is I keep all the movies there and they'll all need to go, into the collection, of course. And so that is the plan for this video, just to get some things done. Of course, the vinyl player is probably going to stay there for a little while now until you guys give me some feedback in what you think. I think it works up there, to be honest. I mean, I would like it a little bit lower, but I'm not going to be going through the headache of, putting another shelf up or lowering that shelf or nothing. It's not too high, but it's not too low. It's kind of in that middle point. So yeah, we've got plenty to do in this room still, just because there's no structural things, no more interesting stuff. But I have been looking on Facebook Marketplace and looking for shelves. As I say, I need probably 4 more. Yesterday there was 2 that came up and they were 10 quid for the 2. I was like, oh yes. And somebody already messaged. They were up for like 6 hours. So maybe I'm not checking enough, but they do come up quite often here. As I say, I bought 2 there. I've seen a few up for free as well recently in like local groups. Like, anyone want to just have this off me? So it's just luck of the draw, really. You just got to be on it. Otherwise, I could have got those 3 days ago or whatever, and we could have been putting another 2 up today in this video, 1 there and 1 over there maybe. So yeah, a little bit annoying, but we'll get that sorted. Another thing I have been toying with the idea of and looking at replacing is this sofa. So this is a sofa from IKEA actually, and it was given to me by my mate, and let me see if I can get a shot of it. So yeah, it's just a bog standard grey IKEA thing. I got loads of blankets on there and stuff. But it's just a grey IKEA. This thing comes off and it turns into a bed and stuff. Really convenient because the sofa's not so deep from the wall, which makes it good for this room, as I said in the previous video. As I said in the previous video, obviously, I don't want things deep from the wall because there's not much space in between. So this sofa's a perfect fit. My issue came on Facebook Marketplace. Obviously, as I've been looking for these units and whatnot, I found a recliner. And I thought that'd be quite cool to have like a seat recliner. Like, I never really watch movies in here with somebody else. So why do I want a sofa? So it's something I'm toying with the idea of getting rid of the sofa. It's not comfortable, but it's not terrible. You know what I mean? It's like, it is like middle point. Like it's not bad, and it does this job perfectly. All of this comes off, so you can like just zip it all off and wash it, which I do like every couple of months. So it's not bad, but it's not ideal, let's just say. It's not like the perfect, like, oh, I'm happy with it, 100%, you know. So something to consider in the future, anything tips and stuff of like good tips they have or anything, let me know down below because I appreciate that. Maybe I can make videos in the future. Ultimately, it's not my own podcast, it's something to keep in mind. So with that said, I will start. Right, so very pleased with that spruce up, as you can see, completely which is good. Taking a lot of the cables into the office because that's what they need to be. So there's all USB cables and stuff like that. And then basically, probably an exercise one weekend, not for filming because that's so boring, but empty all of these tubs and then go through all the cables and see which ones I need, which ones I don't. And, you know, things like this GoPro stuff, filming stuff, I can keep some of that. But I think a lot of it will probably go, to be honest. Probably a lot of it will go in the bin. You know, there's no point keeping non-4K HDMI cables. If I've got any HDMI cables that are just HD, they can go. So yeah, stuff like that. But I'm going to do a boot sale in the next couple of months, so I definitely can, you know, sell like cables, like, you know, HDMI cables for £1 or even less, you know, just a bundle of like 5 cables for £1 or something, rather than throwing them away. I'll put them in a bag and take them up there. So yeah, that's what I'll do with that. That's obviously a job for another day, which I'll have to try and figure out when I should do that. I don't want to show you too much of the room because obviously I'm going to do a full tour eventually, but as you can see, it's much tidier and I'm happy at the moment. So yeah, tidying that up has been a good exercise, and I'm very pleased with the progress we've made. Obviously this week was just very much, let's just take stock of where we are, sort out the room and get an idea of what we need to do. So of course we need the 2 or 3 shelves over there. I think it's 3. We need another 1 over there, which is the next priority, so that will finish that area. So that's 4 of those shelves we need. And also we need to consider the posters. I've got Back to the Future and I've got Star Wars. I'm thinking of changing them up, both of them. So if you know any good maxi posters, obviously you can get them from HMV and stuff. What posters shall I have? Let me know down below. Obviously we've got 2 there to choose from, but I'm thinking of getting rid of both and starting from scratch with something different. I'm not sure what, but just something different. So yeah, there it is. There is another episode done of the cinema room makeover. Of course, maybe not as exciting as the last couple of weeks, but thanks so much for all of your support on this video and this little series. If you missed episodes 1, 2 and 3, of course, please go back and stay tuned for next week, where hopefully we will get an Edby unit in, at least one. Maybe even we'll buy one on IKEA at this point, because we need to get this room started to be finished. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned, of course, as I say, for the next video coming soon, and of course I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.